preliminary address is known as feathering, and the number of feathers taken varies from player to player. Some take 2 or 3, others may take several more. During these feathers, your eye should switch between cue ball and object ball, relating one to the other. This helps to develop a rhythm and gives you a feel for the shot. Snooker is one of the few games played where there are 2 balls directly involved, the cue ball and the object ball. To overcome the problems this creates, you must get your eyes up onto the spot on the object ball you want the cue ball to hit before striking the cue ball. There are 3 ways to do this. 1. Before you start the final backswing. 2. During your final backswing. 3. After completing the final backswing. The first method is helpful to players whose eyes are slow to refocus. The second requires the player to slow down his final backswing to give the eyes time to lift up and focus on the object ball. The third method is the most generally used and is the one recommended by the WPBSA because it helps to give a more consistent pause. Whichever method you use, make sure only your eyes move, not your head, because head movement at any stage of the shot is counterproductive. All players must pause at the end of the backswing. This pause in fact completes the final backswing. The pause at the back is more pronounced with some players. Some also pause before the start of their final backswing. They do this to recheck that they are hitting the cue ball in the right place. By using the first finger and thumb to set the cue off in motion, a good wrist action will develop. This in turn helps to control your backswing, cutting down the distance your forearm has to travel. The wrist's most important role occurs when you start the approach to the actual hit. It snaps back to help you accelerate the cue through the cue ball. This means you don't need too vigorous a contribution from the forearm. Remember, the length of the cue action is determined by the pace required for the shot. Quite correctly, all coaches will tell you to follow through. Why is it important? Because it enables you to accelerate through the cue ball and provides a check that your cue has finished on line. Ronnie O'Sullivan provides a good example of this.
That is a great shot under pressure.
Earlier in the program, we broke down the cue action into sections. The actual hitting of the cue ball consists of a thrust forward of the cue from the pause at the end of the backswing to the completion of the follow-through. Remember, the follow-through is completed when the right hand hits the chest. The point of the elbow must remain still.